shoulder and reinforce it. Alright, so now the clips requires around the neckline because we're going to turn the facing inside, and this is very dramatic curve, so a few clips will be done to release the tension. Clips will be placed half an inch apart around the front neckline. Alright. And the back neckline. Okay, so we're trimming this corner. Now on the real garment, your sewing directions, you will find the instruction to understitch the facing. But on the sample, we don't do that, right? So now we're going to turn this inside out. We're going to work with the pin to bring all this folded fabric out. Alright. And we're going to press the facing inside. So by clipping, I release all the tension around the neck. See how flat is the neckline? When the lapel will be folded over, the facing stays inside. Do you see that? And all this has to be pressed. So now the lapel, the top lapel, which was increased by 1/8 of an inch, is concealing the under lapel. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So now I'm not going to do the second facing to save the time. We're going to work with the side seam. So this is the side where the zipper extension is left. So on the sample, we're going to come down about 2 inches, and we should probably put the notch here. So on your pattern, guys, there is no notch there, but I was thinking to put the notch 2 inches below the underarm seam where the seam will be stitched, and then the zipper will start. Okay, so around 2 inches down from the side seam, come down 2 inches, and then so from notch, there is 1 inch notch, back stitch, and then come down and stop at that notch level. So this seam is stopped at this notch level, and since this is the left side, I have 1 inch seam allowances for the zipper, right? And I'm stitching down to that notch level. And all this will be left open for the zipper to sew. Okay? Now on the other side, we're going to start from the very top to the bottom. Let me see how she made her sleeve. Yeah. So on the right side, we have half an inch seam allowances, and we're going to sew the side seams with half an inch seam allowances from the very edge of the armhole, very top of the armhole. Okay. And the side seams will be pressed open. I'm going to do all this pressing after I finish my sample. Alright, so now what we need to do is to work with the sleeve. Okay, so we're going to put the bodice to the side. We're going to take the sleeve, and as you see on the sleeve, we made it spread to get this gathering, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get one of the sleeves. I'm going to do only one sleeve to save the time, right? And we need to gather. So when we gather, which stitch length we're using?
5.
I'm going to use 4.5, right? And I'm going to run 2 rows of stitches from notch to notch. So I'm making the first row of stitches I'm going to do with 1/4 of an inch seam allowances, and the second one with half an inch, right? And I'm not doing any reinforcing, so you can pull my thread. So I'm in 1/4 of an inch from the threaded edge, and I'm doing my gathering, the first line of the gather. And the second row of gathering line will be done half an inch below the raw edge. So my two gathered stitch lines runs quarter of an inch apart from each other, parallel to each other, right?
And then nothing
From the cutted edge. Okay. Okay, so now let's put the sleeve together to the bodice. This is my front, this is my back. So you need to know which, I don't have my notch, the cap notch. You need to attach your sleeve to the correct armhole, okay? So pay attention to the notches. This is a single notch, and the single notch will match the single notch on the front bodice. The double notch on the sleeve will match the double notch on the back bodice. So now I'm pinning them together, notch to notch. I don't know how much to gather unless I pin my pieces together. What happened to my pins, guys? One of them is